Accountability is scarce. Accountability is scary for a lot of people. Because if you hold them accountable, like it means, okay, I gotta do the right thing. I don't know why it's so hard to just do the right thing. And like, if people ask me, or ask me, you and your sister need to work or something, I'm like, nah, because I don't think y'all can handle me, because whatever, because, you know, and I feel like if people just be like, hey, I'm gonna go out for this position, you know, just be straight up. I'm gonna try my best to make whatever, but don't be giving us these empty promises. Don't be hugging our babies. Don't be guarantee us you go get this, you go get that, you know, whatever. And then you get there and you literally get ghosts. Like, for instance, Adrian Perkins from Cedar Grove. I ain't.
Cedar Grove don't even know him for real.
Like, I ain't never, baby. If you ain't played Foursquare or Curb, or you know, like what you ain't played street football, like what, huh? Like literally, he went to street. And they say yes, he ran track, yeah, he ran football or whatever. But what on day unless his mama didn't let him come outside, and maybe that was the case. But you know, you wanted to literally get off the back of, oh, I'm from Cedar Grove or whatever. Like, okay. But then I literally had somebody, I don't even have my phone, who, when I just did a post like, yep, I'm reclaiming my seat, I'm gonna run for mayor, and everybody was like sharing, it just went bananas and crazy. He was like, this particular man was like, oh, we got something in place, whatever. And then he was like, did you go to HBCU? I'm like, well, why? Well, that's very important. Here it is. This little nugget then went to Harvard, and now they're trying to say, oh, who you know went to Harvard? So how you go say Harvard is better than the HBCU, but then scream HBCU when it comes to a black thing? Like, you can't do that, because at the end of the day, half these HBCUs are funded by white people. So we want to talk about that? Okay.
That's what Mama said. They ain't never seen it.
Exactly.
She class of 99.
Exactly. So it's just like, boo, what, like.
So I got one question. I just want to tap me on that. Mm-hmm. What is y'all biggest issue in his leadership? Not him as a person. What is the biggest issue you have with Mayor Perkins as his leadership? Okay. Like, what is he doing wrong? Like,
okay, what have you brought to Shreveport? Okay, you when you speak about leadership change is change and add. What have we lost?
We ain't talking about the weed.
We ain't talking about the weed.
Because the weed, you're just like, oh, you're like the guy who tried to run for a sheriff. Well, there's nothing wrong with weed, bro. No, forget weed. You're trying to identify with black people through weed.
Like Libby Glass is shut down. What he should have done was go to Ohio and talk to the CEO and see what can they do. That by him doing what he did to Trump and putting his egos aside, we lost everything. So if he had gave Trump what he needed, the security that where he needed, yes, we probably would have. That's probably up and running. We probably have like with the vaccines, the glass. They could have work out a contract with that. You can't burn your bridges if you're not in position to make change. And he's not in a position to make change. What have he brought? What have he done? Cedar Grove got a lot of broken promises. Look at Cedar Grove. Look at Lakeside. Look at Elledale. Cook Grove got millions of dollars and nobody not trying to give it to the people. So, and you got the people in leadership try to hold it back from them.
So you don't think Amazon is a
Amazon was an Adrian thing.
It was not.
That is not Adrian. Adrian, that you know Amazon.
I see him talk about it a lot though. I see him talk about it a lot.
He's gonna do that because he's mayor now.
Yeah.
But Amazon was in the work way before he wasn't even thought about stepping on Shreveport ground. It takes time for it, but he didn't have nothing to do with that.
He had something to do with the airport, right? Didn't? I mean, I just seen him always talk about that, about expanding the airport.
What as far as going to Los Angeles?
And,
yeah, pretty much.
Lord Brandon Amari Blake RA question in the comments said, who's someone in the city that you feel should be held accountable more?
The mayor?
Other than I was just going to say
other than the mayor, the council,
the whole city council,
the entire every being
everybody
on that shoe, the council,
the city council. If I have to have my choice of who I want to get investigated, it'd be the city council, it'd be the police jury up in DeSoto Parish. That's what everything falls at that city council. That city council's off the rug. Look what they doing. They violating our rights. They devalue my life. You told a white woman she didn't have to say her address, but you forced me to say mine.
I watched it.
Right.
I watched it live. I watched it live.
So, and then too, you telling me I can't say nobody's name, but you flurry. You allowing other people to say the council name, but you telling me I can't. You know, look, my lawyers love filing litigations.
But that's only because they love the praise, but they don't like it when you're holding them accountable. Like as long as you saying their names and you praise them, it's good. No, you're gonna have to take the good and the bad.
And this is my last question. I don't want to take over. Who is someone that you feel, because okay, I know Kenny Houston. He was a congressman, and a lot of people can't even tell people who's the congressman of the award. You know what I'm saying? Who is somebody you feel that you know personally that will be great fit to either run for Congress or a congressman or council to eliminate these people in problems?
We gotta groom our people. We gotta get our people. We can't just throw people in these seats without knowing how policies are, without knowing what the policies, how the ordinance, don't know nothing about the city, the infrastructure.
We have to educate and train. I don't like the word.
Okay, we're gonna have to educate and train our people how to know. Look at her, she give me that without time. But we're gonna educate our people. You know the policies, the infrastructure. You can't just go in there and you don't even know how to do the budget. You don't know how to read the budget.
CAO.
Everybody. Oh Lord.
So you can't name drop one person like one person, including yourself. Y'all can use yourself.
I don't want to be. Look, I'm going to law school, baby. My people need me. I don't want to be in no seats. I can take everybody's seats in the street.
Because I mean, to me, one of the problems is it's really finding people to trust. You know what I'm saying? In those positions, because okay, you give us promise.
What we doing now? We working with the children.
I don't mean to sound like this, but yeah, it's in the future. I don't mean to sound home, but people who are of adults right now, their mind already made up. They already like tainted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anybody can change, but you know, they are accustomed to the old way of doing things or whatever. Like we just go keep riding this, whatever. But so I'm not saying I don't care about the adults. I do, but my main focus as far as our future, as far as like getting it's in the babies.
You better research our babies,
and that's why we fight so hard for these babies. Like I don't care. Like I will fight, baby. Listen, if y'all need me at y'all baby school, I'm telling you right, go ahead and put me down like other kids in Caddo Parish have me down as their auntie. So put me down. You have my permission to put me down as auntie. So if you have a problem at your school and you're not able to go there, hey, just call me. I will come. I have a jet. So
and you can educate the kids at an early age. My daughter is 6 years old. And you ask Caitlin, what are you? I'm a Louisiana State activist. I'm a freedom fighter. I fight for justice, freedom, and equality. Mm-hmm. My 6-year-old, she was like, oh, if you don't vote, you don't win. We vote. She thinks she vote every election. Yeah. We got to make a little thing for
and we also can't depend on them. You know, we can't depend on the educational system, unfortunately, to teach our babies. We have to be active about that and teaching them. You know, I mean, sometimes it's unteaching them and teaching them the right thing. Well, Mama, Christopher Columbus, no, he was a thief, baby. Let's go. He's a fool. You know, like, no, that's not what it was. So, you know, we have to do our part, and we have to hold, you know, ourselves accountable for the advancement of our own seeds. Because, I mean, we have to, everybody's like, well, no, a child shouldn't be your investment in the aspect of getting you out the hood. No, but an investment as far as, like, instilling in them what they need to actually make it and live and survive and make change. You most certainly doggone well we have to. Right. Like with anything, like so the stuff is out there or whatever, but as far as like now, I think people are just too accustomed to how, you know, the yes sir syndrome is what I call it. So, you know, we got to focus on these babies. Stop pushing them to, you know, stop looking at a tall black boy and say, oh, why you not on the court? No, why are you not an attorney? Why are you not a surgeon? You know, why are you not in political science? No, stop telling our boys, oh, you need to be on the football field. No, you know, let that, it can get him to college or whatever, but don't just say, oh, he go, no, the goal, because we tired of our babies being monkeys on the court and on the football field. Not right here.
One of the highest paid professions in America right now is information technology. Mm-hmm. Black people hold 2% of their and now they got it to where we hold 2% of their profession. I think white people and Asian hold like the majority of the percentage. During the pandemic, their percentage dropped even lower. So now we hold like 1.5% of that. So I agree with it. I agree that we should educate our kids and stop making them jump through hoops and jump what's the name just because, okay, how many people it is in the NFL? It's not that many people. So, it's not that many professional athletes.
Right.
So I agree with that. So the last question, I'm gonna turn it back over to him.
And I got one more thing with that. Even now with IT and things like that, they're no longer even wanting to get degrees. They're getting certificates.
Certificates, yeah.
To make 6 figures at a minimum. Certificates. So that's another thing. This college stuff, I'm all for getting a higher education or whatever, but everybody not meant to make it's certain jobs, certain fields you can get into, make a livable, like above living, and you don't have to go to college. We need to let our children know about that because we're gonna need it. Period. So and IT is one of them. Like, no, get a certificate. You can literally I'm a group hunter and I be buying little group hunter stuff. I be, real estate, stock markets, all that. $25, boop, I'm gonna get it.
Real time.
Certificate. So yeah.
So Breka, this question's for you. How important is it for you to make sure that the Black Lives Matter movement is just not another moment in time?
It's not no Black Lives Matter movement. It's the people's movement.
I mean, not the Black Lives Matter. I mean, the people's promise. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, your people's promise brand. That's what I'm sorry.
No. I wasn't saying it like that.
Yeah.
Because I want people to get confused like we with Black Lives Matter. Because we not. I don't have no infant I don't have nothing.
I meant the people's promise. It's right on your shirt. But how important is you to make sure your brand is just not another? You know what I'm saying? Just another moment. Like 20 years from now, your kids, the other kids should be talking about the people's promise and keeping that name going, even years and years to come. So how important it is to you?
What we doing now, we being consistent. We've been working. I've been doing this stuff for 12 years, and we've been working our team has been working nonstop for the past 36 months. When the last time you seen a police officer get indicted in Shreveport? When have you seen a racist chief removed out of Shreveport? When have you ever seen somebody get dismissed? I mean, last year we was able to arrest 18 police officers, 2 judges off the bench. 18 police officers were indicted, and we still working on some to get federal indictment because that's why we're working with the DOJ. The movement's gonna continue. That's why we train our kids. Me and Carla can't do this forever. That's why we training kids. Yeah. That's why we train.
So let
me finish. After we get through what we doing, we can sit at home and they can we just gonna be advisors. This not for us to keep what we are doing is getting ready for our kids. Mm-hmm. What our parents did not do with us, they didn't teach our kids how to be revolutionaries. Amen. They didn't teach our kids how to identify what we was fighting. Right. As I was saying, my 6-year-old, I bet she can fight better than a grown person. She gonna know what to do. So, I mean, what we doing now, we concentrating on the kids. We teaching our kids how to even interact with the laws. We have attorneys to train our kids how to interact with the law. And they do train our children how to interact with the law. If our kids have problems, they have lawyers they can call to make sure they're going to knock on the door, whatever problem they have, they're going to solve. But the movement that we got going on, you ain't seen nothing like this happen in Shreveport. You didn't see nobody holding nobody accountable. Everybody was comfortable. They comfortable, I'm uncomfortable. So since I'm uncomfortable, I'm making everybody uncomfortable. Until we get justice in Shreveport, nobody not having no peace. I don't understand. I don't think our people understand what it means, no justice, no peace. That means we disrupting everything. The bond proposal, everything. You're not getting nothing from our people. You think we're gonna give you something? And you ain't trying to lock these people up or hold these people accountable. You having them hide the evidence. We ain't playing with them. I'm not playing with them. I take this social justice stuff seriously. And that's why I'm so pissed off about the Shreveport branch on the NAACP. Because I take it seriously. I lose sleep. I go broke. She can tell you, behind my people. But all this other stuff, you see all these social justice organizations, you see them photo op. They throw slurs on Facebook. They try to gang bang the movement. Like if we be quiet about an issue, you see, I surrogate 1,000 texts. It should be no reason these black men should be at me and Carla the way they are. We don't have no problem with the women because we a sister to a sister. So it's the black man that we have a problem with. It's the black. I was telling my godfather, the state NAACP president. I said, your members gonna have me killed. If something happened to me, it's gonna be one of your members. You know why? Because ain't nobody set them down. Ain't nobody set them down. I said, I never see a bunch of men that's old enough to be our father be so jealous and envious. Like, if you want to help, do the work. And people like say, well, she don't want to work with us. She don't want to work with us. I don't work with the ops. If you balled out and paid for it, I'm gonna tell you not playing.
Facts.
I don't work with the ops. If you the ops, I do not work with the ops. And I don't like intrusions. So I stay to myself because I don't like intrusion. But these black men need to get themselves together, and you see these other black men attacking these other black women that out here doing the work. Y'all need to sit them down. I can't wait to get men to go out. So he can sit some of y'all down.
Back to you, man.
Got a couple more questions, man, then we'll close out. The other one is like in order, like I know, man, this is Risk Taker podcast, man, but what would you say that the biggest risk each one of y'all took?
Shit, taking it out. We put our life and alive on this. Like, we literally
Being out in public.
Like, we can't. It's now we can't go nowhere. I got invited to this event today, and I couldn't go because I seen people that literally tried to wish death on me and tried to talking about killing me, sending men now. So I seen they clothes and I said, you know what, I can't go to him. I said, I can't help. I was the only one invited, but I don't got my security. I don't feel comfortable going nowhere without the nation's security. I was okay with Carla because I know my brother gonna be with her. But I don't feel comfortable now because these people are so money. What me and Carla do for free, people get paid thousands of dollars. They rip the community for it. Like, they don't use their connections to help the people in the community. You got to pay them people for that. Right. If somebody called me and said, Breka, I'm trying to get in touch with Senator Bill Cassidy. He won't answer the phone for me. I'm trying to get my mama's social security. I bet Cassidy to do it. You know, if they ask me for anything to call these public officials, I call them. And the people get what they need. The stuff that we do for free, people charge for that. And they mad because we mess up their money.
Thanks. That's literally...
So that's why we already taking risks.
A risk that I don't mind taking because I be like,
she's a shooter. I got a shooter for your shooter.
And that's one of my biggest fears, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always feel like we don't protect the black women. That's one of my biggest fears, y'all. Right. Like waking up and seeing Timberlane, seeing that y'all life's been taken by somebody that you're trying to protect, somebody that you know what I'm saying, that you're out there avidly speaking for every day. You know what I'm saying? That your passion and compassion is about. Like, that is my biggest fear. I've talked to Carla. Like, when stuff said, I told her, I'm like, look, man, people don't know me, but I'm just let you know, for real, because you need that. You should not leave your own home not feeling like that to go protect your own people. You're protecting your own people. So in retrospect, we should protect you back. That brings pain to my heart. That's why I want to be here and put y'all on camera so people can know who you really are. These people need to be protected. Like we protect the president, like we protect them, like we protect them city councils. They don't go nowhere without security because they know what? They doing something that need security. So that's how I feel about you, but it just hurt me that the people you're protecting, it might be the main ones that end up trying to take an attempt on your life. That hurts me.
You know, honestly, that's how it go. You know, and that's what the whole, oh my gosh, the term I really hate, black on black crime, because people kill the ones that normally around. Because at the end of the day, I don't even acknowledge that, but that's a little example of, you know, you kill who you mostly around or whatever. Because I mean, in my opinion, it's white on everybody crime. You know, they kill everybody. So, you know, but when it comes, and that's why, you know, people ask me to come do an interview. I was like, okay, well, I got to bring security. They got to check it out, make sure whatever. And so he come, you know, they be like, you really got, no, I really do, because I'm not playing with y'all. Mm-hmm. And I got what I need to have, you know, just in case I do have to have that unfortunate, you know, if it come, unfortunately, you know, the powers that be, I'm protected with that. Like, I ain't gonna lose no job, I ain't gonna lose no money, I ain't gonna lose no sleep, none of that, because I've done the proper things to do to be able to do that. So, I mean, that's the last thing I want to do is have to say, you know, hey, you know, whatever. But because once you go Body by O training, shout out to them. Because once you go to that training, you see what a bullet does to a body. I don't want to do that to nobody.
Right.
Like, do y'all know, like, going, like, how it just go in there and explode and turn into, depending on the type of bullet, type of gun. I be like, but damn, I'm going home to mine. I'm going home to mine. Like, I'm gonna never try to purposely put myself in.
When the police shoot up on black men, what's the first thing? See, what they don't understand, what they tell police is they not trained to serve and protect. They trained to go home. They want to go home just like anybody else after their shift.
But I'm not a police officer. That's the difference. So that was the same thing. That's dangerous. We can't say that because here's the thing. Let's go back. Tommy McLaughlin. It was a young lady, Kimberly Beanie. She was a part of SPD. Hey sis, how you doing? They say he spat out or whatever. But if you see the video, the man's head was knocked on the hood of the vehicle. This is after they beat his ass while handcuffed on ground. You sat there, you let a man come through and get his little sucker punches. Then they hit him in the head. They was kicking him and they was tasing him, right? So even the saliva, all that, it's gonna come. So if somebody bumped their head, let's say he did or did not spit, your thing is to hit him. Because I know this motherfucker ain't spit on me, baby. You're not in the streets. You're not in the hood. You know, we ain't, talking. You're in uniform. So, she made the comment, and thank goodness she's not with SPD anymore. Well, I know if somebody spit on me, I'ma go in. And then other officers like, yeah, don't miss them. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So we all have grandparents. If your grandparent is in a nursing facility, we know what elderly people do in nursing homes. Right. They spit, they kick, they scratch, they cuss you out. Motherfucker, get away from So if you go to that nursing home and your Gigi got a bruise, what's gonna happen? You gonna go ape fucking shit crazy. Because that is a professional and they're supposed to be accustomed and know how to deal with that. And if they don't, that's lack of training. So you're not gonna tell me because, she spat on his shit, whatever. No, no ma'am. No. So that's why, we can't say, they just want to go home. Yeah, but you voluntarily signed up for that. You supposed to get the training. And if you scared, shit, stay your ass at home. Don't be one. But we got a lot of cowards. We got a lot of nobodies. We got a lot of people that was probably harassed and bullied in school that are not police officers, and they taking it out on them. Like, without that badge, you ain't nothing, Kim. Without that badge, they ain't nothing. Ben Raymond. So, let's be clear. And I go against it. And I got a homegirl that's a police officer. Me and her went toe to toe. No, you're not. No. We can be cool, but no, we're not finna. No. Fuck you in that damn badge. In my case,
that's the newer generation that's coming up because my mom been a police officer for 24 years. And my mama took me to jail twice because I was something else. I fight anybody. I can't stay. I'm a Northside baby. But I know how my mama changed the lives on the Cooper Road, Lakeside, Illinois. She's probably the only one that can walk in that area without her gun on her badge. And they don't listen to my mama. My mama was spared. But when I seen my mama at the Civil Service Board crying because she think her partners was gonna kill her because they chased my mama on the street. Now she a police officer. I knew it was a problem. And she don't tell me nothing. I call her, be like, Mama, the mayor driving drunk, they ain't call you. You the supervisor downtown, why they ain't call you? They got something going on, Mama.
And that's a question I always want to ask you face to face. Has your mother ever expressed the scrutiny that she probably get behind?
No, she don't. She's if you know my mama is a strong woman. I ain't never seen that woman cry a day in my life. That short, little, dark skin and pretty with the pretty curly hair lady. But yeah, I never seen her cry. But when I seen her cry, man, I went straight to the SPD. I'm like, look, y'all playing games with my mama. If you know her, you know. People on the Cook Road be like, Breka, what Vanessa said? Cause if she tell me I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My mama had to leave out her bed to go up there. You wrong, baby. Yeah, well, if Vanessa tell me I'm wrong, I can go. So I look at police officers like that, and they supposed to protect and serve and community engagement. These people don't out here. These people want to be in sex parties and porn stars. You had one put on porn. Then the one was at the door for me last week. What's her name was? She had her car up in a video, a rap video last year. I wonder why she ain't fired.
Oh, who knows? But we understand get scrutiny. We understand people get scrutiny or get looked at sideways for being associated with us for whatever reason or whatever.
I don't care.
And I mean, it's just like, I guess, it comes with the territory or whatever, but for the most part, I tell people all the time, like, hey, if being friends with me is gonna cause you to lose a friend or whatever, and I'm okay. Like, and that's the honest truth, because I know everybody would
take the money, baby. If you gotta choose between us and the money, take the money. Because we had this problem before, but we ain't gonna have the problem. I told him, baby, take the money.
We had the issue before.
They pay people out not to work with us.
Damn, for real?
No, for real.
They
actually got I think the mayor, I forget how the information went when they was like, anybody that share or comment on our page, you work for the city of Shreveport, they be looking at that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, it's fine, okay. People like you 1 minute and they don't. You get accustomed to that. I mean, that's the issue with me and Michael Lafitte. Michael Lafitte was one of the biggest Carla Sheezer's person it was until
he was your biggest fan.
Right.
He was a bad fan.
Until it came to Shamaya. The stuff he said about Shamaya, I didn't agree with it.
No, tell him what you said about Shamaya. You can't say what he said.
So we was looking for Shamaya, and I was reaching out to black men, like, hey, we're gonna need your help with this. So he was saying, well, his issue was he wanted to know if Shamaya was promiscuous or not. He said, because if she promiscuous, I don't want to be out here looking like a fool looking for her. And I was like, it don't fucking matter if she was promiscuous or not. Like what are we talking about? Well, you know how these girls can get it, and I'm just like, it just did something to me. Like, it really hurt me. I'm like, and he's like, well, the NAACP. I say, no, fuck coming in there as the NAACP. I need your ass out there as a father, as a black father.
And NAACP, let's make this clear. The state president told him to go out there and organize with us to help us.
Right. So he got a call from the state president to actually come out there to help us, and he still didn't do it. So it's just like, don't try to act like we ain't never reached out, try to help or whatever. But when I expressed my disdain for what he stated, as a woman, as a black woman, and you having black children, a black daughter, I didn't agree with that. So I mean, now it's just like I'm the devil, and so with that I don't matter. But let's be clear, Michael Lafitte, I've called him in some lies. He's a compulsive liar.
He lied on me.
He lied on me. He done lied on her. He done lied on he done lied on my brother.
On Kappa.
That too. Kappa Mason. He done lied on my brother. When it came to there was an incident with it was a big deal when Lloyd passed away. With the NAACP, and they was looking for a credit card. He tried to lie, not knowing that was my brother, but he lied on my brother and said my brother had the card, and my brother was charging charges on the NAACP credit card. All along, it was Michael Lafitte. Then, fast forward, you got all this stuff going on, and that's when I made my post today, the other day, whenever I made it, everybody was like, well, dads don't do that. No, I was not. I praise and do it. Like, I'm all for what dad's gonna do this doing.
If they take care of children.
I had a particular issue with a certain person in that party because I was brought up in some BS that I had no business being brought up in. So that's what that was all about. A dad from duty reached out to me.
Michael Morgan. People. I say names.
Michael Morgan reached out to my sister and reached out to somebody else to try to get in contact with me because my name was being brought up. And so he wanted to know, hey, what you think about these people or whatever. Well, I was like, hey, y'all men, I don't feel comfortable, whatever. Y'all need to squash it out or whatever. Because I've already squashed some beef that Michael Lafitte had with Marvin Muhammad when him and Marvin Muhammad were friends. And Michael Lafitte went and LLC'd Muhammad's business without him knowing. So when he went to go try to do it, everything was already in Michael Lafitte's name, and he literally wanted the man to buy him, but he was like, oh, I was trying to protect you, whatever. But no, he was on some, oh, I'm finna do some slick shit or whatever. So fast forward, I did that. So when I'm hearing my name, because I was in Facebook jail, and when you got people saying, well, Carla, because it was a parent was like, well, what's going on with this or what's going on? I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. We would get text messages, and we'd be in a group text. I'd be like, nah, nope, we're not finna say nothing. And we'd be like, we ain't worried about that. So we was like, who are they talking about? Like, if anybody, the slick camera, anybody say anything negative, anybody, whatever. So meanwhile, we haven't said nothing, literally nothing about it.
Where y'all coming from?
And so then when it just started getting more aggressive with it, and I'm like, hold up. The only person I talked to was Michael Morgan. So Michael Morgan done went and told them as if I done reached out to him, talking everything he literally told me. And I'm like, hold up. So as a black woman, I'm like, how the fuck you gonna put my head on the chopping block when you literally was reaching out to me? Like, how you gonna do that? So yeah, I felt offended. So I was raised, my name is everything. And so it's already out there, the black man get killed more so over women, women putting them up in the crossfire. But here you don't put me up in crossfire with a whole bunch of men trying to make it seem like I'm jealous or whatever. I can buy my movie ticket. I can go to Las Vegas anytime I fucking want to. I was already going to fucking Southwood. So it wasn't that.
It was
as a matter of fact,
before they got there.
And then as a matter of fact, it was like every time they reached out to Breka, they reached out to me, emails, all this or whatever.
We gave them what they needed.
I gave them exactly what they needed. I bet you what you don't know is all that coverage. Anytime they played that video clipping or whatever, y'all know who they had to come to. They had to come to me and get my authority to even play the video on any news outlet.
And if they couldn't contact her, they're going to contact me to get into the
But I did.
secretary.
But I did. And then every time somebody came out to me, every time somebody reached out to me, I reached out to one particular dad, and that was Tracy Harris. Because out of all of them, I don't personally know anybody, but I know Tracy. So I literally, like, Tracy, hey, here you go. And I was always communicating with Tracy throughout the whole ordeal. So I was like taken away when they was like, oh, they bitter, they mad, they upset, they negative. Like, what? So no, Michael Lafitte is a compulsive liar, and if you get that much about kids, you need to get that much about them kids that stand over there where you apartment manager at, because they're in crazy living conditions.
In sewage,
but you'll sit up here and you'll try to intimidate their parents. You'll try to intimidate their parents by your attorney that don't know you, because I called the attorney. So no, don't play with me. It was specific for Michael Lafitte and Craig Lee, because I don't like Craig Lee. Y'all need to know who y'all have. Craig Lee. Michael Morgan stated, and I repeat, because we trying to figure out where the fuck this Craig Lee dude come from. Without like, dog, hey, that's y'all. I don't have nothing to do with it. All I can say, use your judgment. But Craig Lee came in on the end when it was time to actually go up there with the cameras or whatever. And so other dads were upset because now he trying to, whatever. And Craig Lee didn't even have a child in Caddo. So if it was any negativity and confusion, it was caused in that circle by them men. That's what I need everybody to understand.
They fight up on amongst themselves.
Like, no, Carla had nothing to do with it. I am 4 days on duty. I just don't like people that have predatory behavior or who are thieves or whatever to be around children, period.
And it's mighty funny that you say that about Mr. Lafitte, because one thing I know for sure, those apartments that he owned, I was a current employee there, and for him to say something about promiscuity, like I've heard a lot of local residents over there that says that he's been kind of
they got videos.
Like I've heard, like he's been kind of like flirtatious, and you know what I'm saying?
You don't pay your rent.
All kinds. Oh my God, I wasn't gonna say that because I try to be politically correct.
Oh no, I got the video.
Oh my God, but yeah, then the things that was instructed of us, and I can say that, like they was telling us to put trash in vacant apartment buildings and stuff like that people lived in. Like people lived in these stuff.
It's disgusting.
And you know what I'm saying? And me, with the type of integrity that I have, I compromised my own job to try to expose those type of things, because I didn't feel right putting trash in something that I know an old person stay above, a kid stay above, and what's the name? They instructed us to paint over mildew and do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I try not to tell like I said, that's why we here. I try not to tear people down, but you make it very hard for me when you're doing stuff.
Well, he lied on me. He literally lied. My uncle was one of the first black men to be the vice president over all the community banks in Shreveport. I was visiting my uncle, and this woman said, "Breka, it ain't a good look that you're stealing the NAACP money." Mm-hmm. I said, "Huh?" So remind you, I'm on a state level. I'm the director of the Northwest Louisiana NAACP on use of colleges with the NAACP. So we was doing a membership drive. All my receipts, I made sure Carla had my receipts. Reginald Johnson, my state president, and Baton Rouge president. Michael, it didn't have nothing to do with Michael. Because he was trying to see what he can do money as a book with the books. He was calling everybody. He called Ryan Williams. He called Kenny Houston. He called Boyd Campbell about how much money they was giving me because he said I was stealing the NAACP money. I called my father, which is the state NAACP president. My exact words was, "Daddy, you better call this fat MF right now because he lied. Got people thinking I'm a thief. I work hard for my name." And I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that at all. And when my daddy got on him, his words was, "Put on your goodwill wig. I'm sorry, let's go out to eat." I told him I don't eat steaks with snakes, and he had me real messed up. So I mean, it's the integrity. He don't have no integrity. He's a liar. He don't have any type of integrity. None of them does. None of him or Craig Lee.
And the fact that the daddies was like, they did all this whole article, they done LLC, they did whatever, and none of them know what's in the paperwork. Like, how you allow that to go on?
And let me remind you, my daughter go to Southwood. I'm in Southwood all the time, and the kids ask me, and Carla, why y'all letting them lie like they up here all the time? We don't even know who that fat man is. Why y'all got them? Now we see that tall man every now and then, but they don't be up here. So they got on Timmy Lane page and start saying it. That he don't be up there. So it's like, if the parents not saying nothing about it, we shouldn't say nothing either. Well, since I'm a parent, I might well say something since my child to her. But nah, I don't got time for that.
They weren't my place, and I fully support dads on duty. Like I say,
I don't.
I just don't like. I don't like how I was. My name was
your name
used.
came up last night too.
Well, I don't like how my
so
name was used to try to put the narrative out that I'm hating or I'm jealous. Like, no, I don't like that. That's not me. You know, how can I say that when
that's what you told me?
I've always been asking.
But that's your name. You came up with the name.
You ain't gonna even get on there.
I'm gonna get on it. How
am I gonna get mad?
You stole it.
When I've been saying, hey, when I've been saying we need the black men,
Christopher,
or whatever. So no, I've been supporting. You know, that was my thing. I just don't care for the two members. Well, now I'm 3 because he literally lied on me and tried to say I called him.
MJ, call your sister because I was on the phone with you on the way, so I ain't tell her. Call your sister, MJ. Wisdom, call your sister. Because I ain't get a chance to tell her yet, but I don't keep secrets.
Tell me what.
So this is my last question. I'm done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. All right. All right. Hey, look, man. So Hey, look, yeah. It's 3. It's only 3 reasons you would do something for.
Because they try to destroy us. Zach, yeah, oh yeah. So that was the phone call when I come up here. So yeah, we gonna So it's 4.
Look, I had nothing to do with y'all not supporting y'all children. If you ain't supporting your own child, you shouldn't be up there as a dad on duty.
And we didn't know nothing about you supporting your child, so leave me and call out your mix.
It's only 3 reasons you probably do something for a human being. That's 1, if you love them. 2, if you can gain something.
I might get in trouble for this line.
Hey, look. If you can gain something for equal or greater value. Or 3, if you can believe in their cause. If you could pick one, which one would be most important to you?
Love.
Breka.
Respect.
If you could pick one,
what you like?
If you could pick one, if it's love, or you can gain something from that person of equal or greater value, or if you can follow their cause.
I think
You didn't say respect.
Love.
So both of y'all.
Why
so,
you say love? Why you say love?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because you can love somebody, and just like y'all love what y'all do, you can love something and not get the results that you would do, that you want to do with love.
No, it ain't. We loving these children and we getting results. They sitting there.
You can love your child too when your child. You can love children. You can love children.
Honestly, I say love because I've always said this way. If I transition a day tomorrow, I want my legacy literally to be love, because at the end of the day, every belief, every religion is centered around love, right? So when I personally walk out of Christianity, because everybody know I don't do the Jesus thing or whatever, I still love my people, regardless. You can be a Christian. My boy Suggs, he's a Israelite. Lydia is a preacher's kid. We got a Nation of Islam. I have a Minister of Defense assigned from the head man. So I mean, at the end of the day, I just love my people. I love people that don't even love me, because
you gotta love your people to do what you do.
Whatever. So it's just, and even in the Bible, yes, I know the Bible say the greatest of things is love. But that's the one thing we don't even show our own people. That's the one thing. Oh, if you don't, she ain't no Christian. I can't deal with her. Well, what if this person need help too? She done backslide. No, Oh, they got problems. No, that person with a mental illness, that whore, that slut, that prostitute, that dope dealer, the person that was good in basketball in high school but then got on some drugs, they need love too. That is still you. When you look at somebody that look like you, that's still you, regardless to how you
gotta. So you do the work that we do, you gotta do it with love. Because if you didn't love what you do, and I'm passionate about it, you wouldn't be able to do it. Like in this work, you got to love, because you would give up too quick. You would give up to me. I love my people. My people know I love them. They know we pull up.
Clyde, I know you already answered this question. I just want to hear your answer. They deserve to hear your answer. Which one would you choose?
I said the same thing. We had this conversation. Yeah. Mine was love.
Yours love.
The same thing.
I would say believe in your cause, because I don't even gotta know you and love you. You know what I'm saying? To believe in your cause, and I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, I just not met y'all two people. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to love somebody if I really don't know who they are, just see them on social media every day. So it's a lot of people that see y'all and they believe in your cause without even loving you. They don't even know anything, but they believe in your cause. They believe everything you do is, and they don't have one problem. But guess what? Like you said, their respect comes there because they believe in your cause. You like if you want to go on biblical, they call you Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they pray to us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jesus was a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
He was a carpenter, but Matthew followed him. He was a tax collector. He had more money than Jesus could ever have.
Right.
But Matthew didn't follow him because he loved him. Matthew didn't follow him because, you know what I'm saying, he could gain something for him because he was way richer than him. He followed him because
he give y'all church. Like a church.
Because he believed in that. I'm just saying though, I'm just saying that that's the reason I'm standing up on the camera. I can't love you because I really don't know you. I can't give you something to equal out because I'm broke.
Right.
But I can believe in your cause. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing you did. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the millions of people, we don't know their name, but if it wasn't for them people believing in their cause, the people's promise is people believing in your cause.
They believe in it, they seeing the work.
That's what I'm saying. With the work. That's what I'm saying.
They seeing the results, and not just people's promise be the village. Like they literally this police officer said Breka. Did he call you Breka?
He called me Breka.
He called her Breka. They think we one person. I said, well, is she pretty?
One band, one sound.
That happened the other day though. Breka, I was like, Carla. I'm like, yeah. How you doing? I'm like, shh. Stop saying about me. Cause Lauren be like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, but yeah.
Anybody got some questions?
The guy actually built an narrator. He said he would like to get with y'all about speaking to KSLA about your experiences. If you would like to get with
Tell my secretary I would love to speak with her. I love you, Ashley, girl. Look, she Ashley hold me accountable, but she don't be mean like Carla. But Ashley, yeah, she be mean too.
I don't think Carla's mean. I think she's very abrasive. I just think she's harsh.
Nah, she ain't mean, but Carla,
she's harsh.
Y'all see that, but Carla be like, Breka, not gonna do it like this. We're gonna have to re-strategize. And fuck that, Carla, I ain't wanna do that. Like all kind of voices be coming out with me.
Yes.
That's that counsel.
Yes.
I'm gonna be cussing. I'm gonna get in trouble about this man.
Oh my God. I'm gonna bleep that. I'm gonna bleep everything out. Though.
Yeah, bleep it out. It's already on live. Bleep out it out. Cause I don't want the minister down. I don't want my South Region minister. Cause he said, Breka, don't do that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. He be on me.
He be on us.
He be
Yeah,
on.
he do.
Look, I be like, okay, minister. I had reset.
What did I tell you, Carla?
Do you think Cedric Glover was a better mayor than
No.
Perkins? No.
Yes, I
I'm just being funny. I'm just being funny.
Big G, look, let me tell you why.
I'm just being
Big
funny.
G walk
All the time better than all of
You
them.
hear me? When Big G come to street, they get right, baby. Let me tell you, Big G, when they used to have city council meetings, my ADHD came in, okay. Look, when Big G used to have the city council meetings, and they try to put the people out, if Big G was the mayor, he gonna say, don't touch my people. I seen him done it.
Yeah, it was just scary. You know,
Man.
he dropped his
He
nuts
on the hood.
with Trump, but I mean that's about it.
Big
You know,
G
or,
was a
you
G.
know,
I call him the conservative gangster.
Who was that before that? Was it Keith Alford or something before that?
I think so. I think it was.
He was a bad
Now,
man.
Keith. Now, if you're gonna go with black, then okay, Keith. But all over, I mean, go with Cedric. But all around, I would say Hightower. However, even though, let's be clear though, the Watergate started with Hightower. Overall, he did bring the most to the city. I would give Hightower that.
Because he was a businessman before anything else.
As I mean,
And he
hey.
he understood business. But Big G was better than all of them.
Oh my God.
You know I'm a North
I
Side
ain't like
baby. You know
So he go to what's his name? So John of Truth or Rosa Parks?
So you're on the truth. Dang, Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks said she ain't sitting in no back, so that's my girl. Look, when my city council people gonna sit up in front like the others.
Right.
We ain't sitting in no
Ooh,
back.
that's
We sit right up under the mayor.
that's a hard one. I finally I don't have nothing to say about something.
I love Rosa. I ain't sitting at the
Hey, look, but your man's over there saying Rosa ain't doing what her feet was tired. Your man said so.
But still, she had a purpose. When he said that was her purpose. That's how her purpose started.
And then,
My purpose started. Somebody's purpose started everywhere. My purpose started when I was in the courtroom and I seen a judge give this man 75 years for a dime second read. That was my purpose started when I knew I had to contact Senator Tarver to remove this white man up out of there. As a railroad not black, so he did because he told Tarver he come to Soda Parish he was gonna be a dead nigga. Oh, them judges was something else down south, and he got to remove. So yeah. Everybody got their purpose. Rosa had her purpose. Her feet was hurting, and she knew she didn't want nobody else to hurt.
She said she motherfucking tired.
I said I wasn't gonna cook no more.
Y'all have any questions?
anybody have any questions?
All right.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna close out, man. We're gonna let y'all know we appreciate y'all from stopping by. You know, y'all welcome anytime. And the next time when y'all come by, probably won't be here. We got something else special that, you know, I mean, it's from my boy MJ. So when he come down, he can be at a different place.
Oh, it's gotta be at the school. It's gotta be at the school location.
It is secluded.
It's gonna be at the school location.
It's secluded.
Oh yeah, man.
No, they can't even get in.
Yeah, they can't even get in there. I love MJ to death, but yeah, I told him.
We're gonna
It's
have
gotta be
a
the
lot of
school
security
location.
for
I mean,
y'all some
50.
haters.
So when they come, I mean, only way they can roll up on us is gonna be a boat. So I mean,
Right.
it's that secluded, man. But like I say, I mean, we're gonna close it out, man. We appreciate everything, man. And now, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it make me look at y'all totally different.
Yeah.
Like as people, y'all just like us, but it's pretty much that y'all causing what y'all doing, trying to make, you know what I'm saying, this city a better place. And I just think that more people, everybody need to get with y'all. So I know I'm gonna be reaching out more. My team, I mean, some of them like here, they in Texas, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like this. So we're gonna be here.
Yeah, we take a risk right here. You're right, risk taker. And you take a risk for being with us now.
So we good. So y'all when y'all come up with, man, y'all good. Like I said, the next time y'all come here, probably a barbecue or something going on. When we could go here, we could go here. We go down, we go hard.
Just make sure you have your leg
Who
poured
put
out
in
in
potato
pork.
salad?
Look at her
Potato
potato salad.
salad.
Look at her potato salad.
Yeah.
She wanted
So why she do the potato
Potato
salad?
salad. I need some potato salad.
Use a potato salad.
And I just ask y'all, like, just go look up these people. Brittany Packett Cunningham. You know, go look up these people that nobody knows. Toya Lillard. These are black prominent women that's doing the same thing that y'all doing. And they are known in communities. They're like, I want that same respect to be for y'all. I don't want people to see what you do on social media and be like, oh, all they do is bash people. Well, guess what?
It's still from the support though.
But that's only in Caddo though.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but hold up. Thing about it is, they on here bashing people. It's 140 people out here on the live. It's 50 people on the live, but when you're down there doing demonstrations, it's 15 people. It's 15 people outside.
And we be prepared for this. We be prepared for this.
We be praying. That's on it, but we used talking on a parish level. You talk to people. We on a national level now. We like who you know working with the DOJ. Oh, okay. So we on a national net level. So I'm not worried about the kettle because guess what? I gotta get them help. The power resides in New Orleans. I guess we done.
If you ain't taking no risk, you ain't making it happen. That's all.